Hey guys, it is me, Nico, doing another video on the main channel, and today I have my very first individual CloneArmyCustoms review. Now, before I get down to the review itself, I want to give a huge shout out to all of my friends that either went to these two conventions as patrons or exhibitors slash vendors. Congratulations, or not congratulations, but shout out to all of you who went to Bricks Cascade. Today's the last public day, today's the last overall day for that convention, which is in Portland, Oregon. And also shout out to my peeps who went to Brick World Indie as exhibitors or patrons or vendors. I only know several people, like probably I'd say like a good handful of people who went to Brick World Indie, such as Legomatic 9. By the way, dude, if you're watching this, very cool haul. I like all the weapons in there, especially the Brick Forge weapons. But as you guys know, I was supposed to go to Bricks Cascade originally, but if you did follow my Flickr page, you would have saw that Bricks Cascade was a no-go for me. So here I am, you know. Obviously, if I was at Bricks Cascade, I would be there right now, probably doing a video showcasing all the mocks there and meeting fans and all that. So, aside from that, now today I have a review on CloneArmyCustoms Wave 1 weapons. Now, this is a review that is long overdue. I really should have done this review back when I had the XX Misery XX09 channel. And even when I had that channel, I didn't do this review. So, I'm making up for that before we get into all of the Minifigs for You premium customs that I still have to review. So, we have all of these weapons here. You can get these weapons at pretty much the CAC, on the CAC website, or any vendor who is a CAC reseller, such as Minifigs for You, Republic Customs, and X39 Brick Customs. So, I'm going to be reviewing all of these weapons up and down, left and right. So I'm going to start with the DC17M Sniper, and then work my way down to the DC17M AntiArmor, and then go to the Flamethrower, the Scuba Rifle, then the Vibroblade, and last but not least, the DC17 Rex Pistol. So, let's get started, shall we? By the way, guys, I want to give another small announcement before I get into reviewing the weapons. For those of you who did watch this earlier review of this wave line, I did get my facts mixed up as far as what weapons came in this line. I screwed up putting the DC17 AntiArmor in. I originally put the DC17 original Commando blaster instead of the Anti-Armor, and I missed out on the X-42 Flamethrower. So, for those of you who watched my earlier review, I was misinformed in that review. Now I have all my facts straight. I got all the correct weapons in this review. So, now we can get on to reviewing the weapons. Alright guys, for starters, we have the DC17M Sniper. Now, this blaster was pretty much one of the specialty blasters that only clone commandos used, and was popularized by the clone trooper who is now holding him, Clone Commando Sev. And basically this thing carries the power of the clone commando blasters. If you guys have seen the Delta Squad PC game, then you guys would know the kind of firepower I'm talking about. And really, this thing just packs a powerful punch. Really, this weapon is ideal only for Clone Commando since it is a DC17M edition. And this thing is actually compatible with the Little Arm Shot bipod. However, I wouldn't suggest using LAS products on CAC products, just because, I mean, the whole controversy, you guys all remember what happened with the whole thing when CAC's second line came out. But either way, this is still compatible with the Little Arm Shot bipod. I do use the Little Arm Shot bipod with this. However, just as far as looks go, it doesn't, it just kind of doesn't blend in, but I only use the bipod because it's a very resourceful accessory. But I'm not going to review the bipod because obviously that's a Little Arm Shop product, and this is a CAC weapon product review. But overall, the weapon has a pretty good design on it. I like this definitely better than CAC's, even though with the Commando weapons, you can't really see the difference between LAS unless you really look closely. But if you do look closely, just like on all of CAC's other weapons, the gauges on the weapons are better, the markings on the weapons are a lot better. As you can see, a lot of the detail work on the top and the sides of the weapons are pretty accurate. And overall, this weapon is really cool. This retails at about $1 on CloneArmyCustoms website, $1.25 on most other websites that resell CAC weapons. So that is it for the DC17M Sniper Rifle. Now I will get down to the DC17M AntiArmor. Alright, so now we have the DC17M AntiArmor. Now, the difference between this and the regular DC17 Commando blaster and the DC17M Sniper is this blaster is pretty much designated to take out tanks, any kind of large artillery or somewhat large artillery vehicle out there that pretty much, any other blaster can't penetrate through the shields. This was pretty much exhibited by, I believe, what was Clone Commando Scorch in the video game. I'm not exactly sure if it was Scorch or Fixer who did use the anti-armor. However, I am pretty sure that it was either one of them because Sev, like I said, carried the sniper and Boss had the regular DC17 Commando blaster, which I will probably review in CAC's Wave 2 line, which I probably won't have that review out for a while. Anyways, down to the weapon. As you can see, I showed you the main scope blaster on the I'm not exactly sure what it is called, but I did show you guys the main barrel and secondary barrel on the side for the grenades, which do take care of the enemy tanks, and it does take out a number of droids along with it. And pretty much, like I said, this was popularized by Clone Commando Scorch. And overall, this weapon also ranges from $1 on CAC's website to $1.25 on secondary retail websites. And overall, this is a definitely good weapon to have. I think it's actually pretty much cooler than the sniper rifle, just because I think you could get more use out of it if you have more specialty clones, not necessarily clone commandos, but like I said, specialty clones. So this will definitely get you a lot of use as far as, if you want to make your clones look like they're taking down something instead of having like a huge rocket launcher in their hands. So that is pretty much it for this weapon. Now we will move on to the BT X-42 Flamethrower. Alright guys, so now we have the BT X-42 Flamethrower, and the first time these were ever shown, really, was during the Geonosis trilogy of Star Wars The Clone Wars in Season 2, when Ki-Adi-Mundi and the rest of his garrison of clones went through that somewhat large cave during the attack on Geonosis. And when all the Geonosians came out from the dark, basically he called the flamethrower troopers in to use these and pretty much burn all of the Geonosians to the ground and get through the cave. Now, I have Clone Commando Scorch exhibiting this weapon because A, I don't have a Geonosian flamethrower trooper at this time, and B, because hence his name Scorch, you would think this would probably be something in Scorch's artillery. Now, I do remember Delta Squad using some kind of flamethrower mechanism. However, I do believe it was an attachment on their wrist communicators that actually created that fire and burned down some of those Geonosians. But ideally, if you have a mock that pretty much you want to have someone representing like either a clone or just another figure even, burning down some kind of structure or burning down a couple of other possible characters, this is definitely a weapon that you must have. As you can see, there's a lot of unique markings on the barrel. There's a nice outline on the top of the backside of the weapon here. And as you can see, it's definitely one of the more posable weapons that you can use on your minifigure without having to adjust the hands or anything. So ideally this is a good weapon, and this weapon you cannot find from any other weapon, custom weapon maker. This is a weapon specifically made only on CloneArmyCustoms website. However, you can get this on his reseller sites. I apologize for my stuttering, guys. I'm just kind of losing my focus here. But either way, this weapon here is once again $1 to $1.25 on his websites, and actually I believe this is only $1 on his reseller websites, straight across the board. So definitely go get this weapon. I think it's definitely a weapon that will get a lot of use out of if you guys just have the right mind to use it. You come up with the right mocks to use it in, and I think you'll be definitely worth your time. Now we will get down to the Scuba Rifle. Alright guys, now we get down to the Scuba Rifle. This rifle was specifically made for being used on scuba troopers. Now, this was popularized when the first Clone Wars, animated Clone Wars series came out back in what I believe was 2006 to 2007, and pretty much brought back during Season 3 of the latest Clone Wars series, reinventing the Battle of Mon Calamari, and pretty much every single clone in that battle had this weapon in particular. Now, exhibiting this weapon for me is Republic Customs Commander Monk, because I don't have a CloneArmyCustoms Scuba Trooper. However, I do have a prototype scuba helmet. But anyways, this weapon was specifically made to be used underwater, hence why only the scuba troopers used it. Now, a lot of unique designs went into making this weapon. This is another weapon also specifically made on CloneArmyCustoms website. You can see how the design of it makes it almost look like a torpedo kind of thing, and really is just one cool machine. It kind of looks like you can launch a harpoon out of here. However, I wouldn't really suggest putting any kind of missile attachments onto this, because I think it looks really good the way it is. But either way, it's still a cool weapon. This weapon, I believe, is also a solid $1 on CIC's website, as well as the reseller websites. So now we will get down to the second to the last weapon of this review, which is the Commando droid Vibroblade. Alright guys, so here we are with the Commando droid Vibroblade. Now, this weapon has been one of the most up-and-coming weapons that I have seen drive up in sales on CAC's website as well as his reseller websites, because of LEGO's decision to release the Clone Commandos in the Battle Pack and make the Elite Clone Commando, which is what I have showing off this weapon, in the new ATRT sets. Now, this weapon, the story behind it, is pretty much only used by Commando droids. This is their secondary weapon, hence why this figure is positioned differently than all the others, because all the other weapons can, and I'm pretty sure majority of them are basic primary weapons. This weapon is only made for secondary, and basically this was used as basically a Commando droid's second defense whenever he loses his blaster. And basically, he can cut down any clone. It's basically like a sword, a reinforced sword, if you will. And I wouldn't say that it could go toe to toe with the lightsaber, but as we have seen in the first season of the Clone Wars, it can take out a decent amount of clones when needed, and definitely one of the more appropriate accessories to have whenever you're using a commando droid, whether if it's an elite commando droid or a regular commando droid. Now, here he is with the Vibroblade on his back, and as you can see, it is definitely more accurate to the TV series now. This is definitely something we have seen a lot of, especially in the first season of the Clone Wars. So, overall, this is a definitely good weapon, and this weapon you cannot get at any other custom weapons maker website. It's specifically made for CAC. This weapon itself costs $1 straight across the board on his website and all his retailer websites. I think I did mention that earlier when I was reviewing this weapon, but in case I didn't, now you guys know. So that is it for this weapon here. Now we will get down to the final weapon of this series, which is the DC17 Rex Pistol. Alright guys, so here we are with the last weapon of CAC's Wave 1 line, and this is the DC17 Rex Pistol. Now, hence his name, this weapon was popularized by the infamous Clone Captain Rex, which we all know and love, and he was pretty much a character in the Clone Wars, you know, still a character up until now, but he has been with us since 2008, and he popularized these pistols. However, the backstory behind these, the true backstory behind this pistol is actually a secondary weapon for most clone troopers, like the one exhibiting it here, and pretty much for clone commanders as secondary weapons as well. However, you know how clone commanders are portrayed. Some of them have the basic DC-15 blasters, some of them carry 2 of the DC-17 blasters, some carry just the DC-17 rifle or DC-15 rifle, and some carry the 2 DC-17 pistols, like Rex. That is why on CAC's website, the name DC-17 Rex Pistol was admitted because Rex was the one who popularized this during the time when the first Clone Wars DVD and series came out. So basically you have a lot of the basic scopes on here. This triangular design is what makes it so unique, because it's not like any other blaster that we've seen. We've pretty much seen blasters with a basic narrow circular rifle barrel, just like on the Lego weapons here. As you can see, the barrel is long, and I know it's not exactly a good comparison, but the thing that makes this weapon so unique is its sleek design, and I think CAC really did portray it well. The only one person who I think could make a weapon that's a little bit more accurate than this would be Brickforge. LAS, they never even attempted to make a DC-17 pistol. Actually, I do believe they did, but wasn't as good as CAC's. So that is pretty much it for all the weapons for this series. Now I'm going to give you my final thoughts on it and my rating. But definitely, I think every single weapon here is worth the buy. So let's just stay tuned to see what else I think of. Alright guys, so my overall final thoughts of CloneArmyCustoms Wave 1 weapons. Now, although I wish they would have incorporated more of the basic clone and droid weapons that we all know and have continuously seen throughout the past few years. Every single weapon in this was tailored to a T. Really, all of the detail that Tyler packed into these weapons made it all worthwhile, especially the last 2 weapons I reviewed, the pistol and the Vibroblade. Those weapons are definitely the 2 weapons you're going to get the most use out of than any other weapon in this line. But either way, this entire line itself is really, really cool. And for the resellers, it has been making a decent amount of money just because of these two weapons right here. Now, my overall rating on the line itself, a good 5 out of 5. Like I said, even though I wish it would have came with the basic weapons, such as the E5 Droid Blaster and the DC15 blasters and rifles for the clones, I can't really complain because of how brilliantly each weapon was executed. And really, guys, I think it was good that CAC had more signature weapons of his arsenal. By that, I mean the Flamethrower, the Scuba Rifle, and the Vibroblade. That's what makes this line so unique. Either way, it's your choice to go out and buy them, but for me, I have the line, and I can tell you this is definitely worth the buy. You can get all of these weapons for the prices that I listed, $1 to $1.25 each, or you can go on CloneArmyCustoms website and get them in black, like how you see them here, metallic, or chrome. And you could get them for $5.50 on his website. Or you can just buy them individually, like I said. Either way, how you want to buy them, it's still a good buy. And definitely go check out his website, Minifix for You, Republic Customs, and Clone Trooper X39 or X39 Brick Customs websites. Go check them all out. They have these weapons there, and definitely buy them, guys. I think they're worth the purchase. So, what is to expect next as far as reviews? My next Clone Army Custom review will probably be the Wave 2 weapons, unless I receive a CAC Custom, which I highly doubt, just because I haven't received any CAC Custom in my life. So, we'll see what the future holds. As for any other kind of review, I'm going to be reviewing all of the Star Corps Premium Custom figures I have, as well as a couple of new Republic Custom figures I have. So, thank you guys again for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, guys. Thank you for sticking with me this long, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video.